I thought you also add that you apologize to the Senate for the errors.
The stress we have taken you through, as chairman of the committee, we say we are sorry, but it's just that we have no other choice than to go through this process. Once again, I thank everybody. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to authorize the issuance from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation of the total sum of 54 trillion 990 billion 165 million 355,396 naira only, of which 3 trillion 645 billion 761 million 358,925 naira only is for statutory transfers, whilst 14 trillion 317 billion 142 million 609,548 naira only is for debt servicing. The sum of 13 trillion 588 billion 9 million 682,673 naira only is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 23 trillion 439 billion 251 million 624,250 naira only is for contributions to the development fund for capital expenditure for the year ending 31st day of December 2025. Third reading taken. Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to authorize the issuance from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 54 trillion 990 billion 165 million 355,396 naira only, of which 3 trillion 645 billion 761 million 358,925 naira only is for statutory transfers. 14 trillion 317 billion 142 million 689,548 naira only is for debt servicing. 13 trillion 588 billion 9 million 682,673 naira only is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 23 trillion 439 billion 251 million 624,250 naira only is for contribution to the development fund for capital expenditure for the year ending on the 31st day of December 2025. Third reading taken and passed. Well, let me once again commend the chairman and the members of the Appropriation Committee for dictating these typographical errors and bringing them on time for us to rescind and re-present to Mr. President for assent, because it would have taken a longer procedure for amendment if this had already been transmitted to Mr. President for assent. So I commend you for the transparency. But I thought you also add that you apologize to the Senate for the errors. You want to say something on that before I ruled?
Distinguished colleague, I just want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. President, the principal officer, and the entire Senate for their usual support, and that for the stress we have taken you through. As chairman of the committee, we say we are sorry, but it's just that we have no other choice than to go through this process. Once again, I thank everybody. Thank you, sir.
Accepted by the entire Senate. Those in support of the apology, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. And in reality, those in support of the commendation for the transparency, say aye. Those against, say nay. The commendation is upheld. So thank you, Leader of the Senate. Service Bill 2025, SB 712, first reading taken. Leader of the Senate.
Accountants of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025 HB 712 for concurrence from the House of Representatives. Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead the debate on this important bill from the House of Representatives for concurrence. The Association of National Accountants of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025 HB 712 was read for the first time in this hallowed chamber on Thursday, 5th December 2024. The bill seeks to amend the extant act to streamline its provisions in conformity with modern dynamics in accounting practice and procedure. Mr. President, my respected colleagues, this bill is straightforward and has gone through the necessary legislative process in the House of Representatives. I therefore urge you all to support the second reading of this bill as we refer it to the Committee of the Whole for clause-by-clause consideration. I thank you.
My name is Mohamed Tahir Munguno. I represent Borno North Senatorial District. Mr. President, this bill is res ipsa locutor. It speaks for itself. It merely seeks to bring the practice of accounting in tandem with international best practice and equally in tandem or in consonance with modern day technological requirement in this digital age. So I'm inviting my colleagues to support the second reading of this bill for concurrence without much ado. Thank you.
Very straightforward, a bill for concurrence. In order to agree to concur with the Senate, with the House of Representatives on this bill. It's a bill that tends to streamline, to modernize the law setting up ANAN so that it can go with the current dynamics of the accounting profession worldwide, so that it can go with the contemporary happenings within the accounting profession. The world changes, so also all aspects of our lives change. Therefore, the profession decided on its own, the association decided on its own that we should have a relook at the entire law setting up the association, ANAN. And so this bill is brought forward in order to modernize the law set up by ANAN so that it can go in tandem with the current realities in the accounting profession worldwide. Mr. Friend, I'm a member of ANAN, and I support this bill, and I want my colleagues to also support this bill. Thank you, Mr. President.
The Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended. Number of clauses 1 to 14 as recommended. Interpretation clause 15 as recommended. Short title clause 16 as recommended. Explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President, and very distinguished colleagues. I rise to move.
Colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria Act Cap A26, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters 2025, HB 712, third reading taken. Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria Act Cap A26, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters 2025. Third reading taken and passed. Let me thank the distinguished senators and all who contributed to this concurrence, and thank the House of Representatives for doing a very thorough job that has enabled us to concur with what they did in amending this act, and hope that this has now brought the act in conformity with global best practices in the accounting profession. And Deputy Senate President, DSP, I congratulate you as a member of ANAN and pray that this will now move the accounting profession forward in Nigeria. Congratulations to all.